Hay que ir con el hombre mayor y darle la botella.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Can't help him.
Seems this grandiose... It won't budge.
Yeah. ¿Qué está haciendo usted acá? ¿Qué está haciendo usted acá?
Where's everybody? It's very quiet.
I can't be seen talking to you.
The normal-looking folk of this town are terrified of something. They just won't talk to me. It's just an advertisement for the local Methodist church. Where can I find this Thomas Waite?
Dark Street. Back in old lady Warren's house. In my home. Psst, mister. You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice and old Zadok will fill your ears. Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here'll be a little something in gratitude that may help you in your search. Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring in Ankrum and Ipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obin, where it all began, telling desperate folks they'd order get better gods. Them's that'd answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet. Till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them. Swarms of them.
Look, old man, I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Oh, was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting, screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy as strangers if we were knowing what was good for us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all...
Except the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just ask old Wes about oaths of Dagon. He take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dark Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy. It won't open. Where did Captain Ovid Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
In war and foreign parts, the old fool had learned to ways of making gains, doing heathen things. He found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by a name of Wallachia. His tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Wallachia that there's things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipped an undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now and then.
Human sacrifices? Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear him all over the parts. He got something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. It was given to him by Wallachia.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after that smoke started coming out of the chimneys at the old gold refinery, the Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon. Came into being with his heathen that shit they do.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Yeah. Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They'll know now.
I think he's had his fill for the night. From that fine smell of liquor, it won't open.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you gonna even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me. Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen. But I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
That's
I...
good folk follow.
Seems this grandiose it won't budge. Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked for
Can't help you.
church.
Jack, we can't be seen talking together. What is it?
Why do you stay in Innsmouth, Rebecca?
My grandfather, John Lawrence, was editor of the Innsmouth Courier. He was murdered in the slaughter of 46. He had always despised the Marshes and their blasphemous doings, and it was he who led the party out to the reef that night. They arrested Captain Marsh and his order, and tossed them in the old jailhouse. A few weeks later, my grandfather was dead. My father saw him die. Him and many others, burned alive in the Courier's basement.
All the more grounds to leave.
To leave would be to fail my own legacy. I have a duty to protect the good in Innsmouth, at least what little good remains.
Rebecca, maybe you know. What happened at the variety store?
Ah, Tom Waite's place. The gossip on the streets is that the store safe holds a great treasure. Since the Order got wind of the rumors, they've been desperate to get their filthy hands on it. But it seems they can't get close.
Odd. Do you suppose Burnham knew about it? Maybe he pocketed it before breezing out of town.
I don't know, Jack. He'd only been in town a few months, and we can't be certain he even managed to leave. Ruth Billingham must be involved in all of this somehow. She was desperate for a way out of Innsmouth.
What do you know about her?
Only that she and Brian were close, much to the Order's disapproval. You should speak to Tom Waits. Find out for certain if the treasure's gone.
Where can I find him?
He lives on 803 Dock Street, just by the back of the old town poorhouse.
Where did you say I could find Waits again?
He lives on 803 Dock Street, by the back of the poorhouse.
That bridge spans the Monuxet River. A storage depot. It's shut. Hello, Mackie.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have figured him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store, a rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is gonna crack this case. won't open. It won't budge. Nothing of interest. It won't open. I can't open the doors to the cabin. It won't budge. Where did you say I could find Waits again?
He lives on 803 Dog Street, by the back of the poorhouse.
It's just a trash can. Nothing of interest. Miracle cures? More like some con trying to make a fast buck. It won't budge. It won't open. It won't budge. It won't budge. It won't open. Miracle cures? More like some con trying to make a fast buck. It won't budge. It won't open. It won't budge. It's locked. It must lead to the back. It's the wrong key. Constable Rose.
What you after now?
You ever meet Brian Burnham?
I couldn't rightly say it as I remember.
The burglarizing of the First National is big news in the Arca press. The Burnham lad must be one of your prime suspects. Any luck tracing his whereabouts?
No, that'd be a matter for the Order.
The Order? Isn't this a matter for the police?
Yup, that too.
Who is the Order?
Them that look after affairs there in Innsmouth. And you'd mind your business not to be asking too many questions.
I'd get more juice out of a stiff. It won't open. It won't open. It won't budge. It won't open. It won't budge. These posters are everywhere. It's unlocked.
If I see you without fire, I'll report your order.
I'll not say nothing.
Nothing of interest. Nothing. It won't open. It won't budge. This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Just leave me be, stranger.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Please stop bothering me, stranger.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
Please stop bothering me, stranger.
It won't open. It won't budge. It won't open. I have a strange feeling of being watched. Do you need any help? Disease is rampant in this town. It won't budge. It won't open. Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't rightly says I know him.
The sign says, Innsmouth poorhouse in memory of Lady Warnes. It's the entrance to the town poorhouse. It won't budge. Can't see anything of use.
Since old Lady Warren's passed away, the food is rotten, but we'll die soon enough.
What are you looking at there, old-timer?
Nothing. I'm just looking. What you doing in old Warren's house, young feller? This hole is for the broke and the dying.
I'm trying to find Dock Street.
It's out back of the house. Everything in Innsmouth is rotten and dying. Windows boarded up, and all sorts of curious barking and crawling around black cellars and attics. How'd you like to be living in a town like this, feller?
I've been to more welcoming places. I don't think he's been outdoors for years. He isn't gonna know anything. This almshouse is home to the old and the destitute. Nope, nothing important here. Her sleep is restless and erratic. Nope, nothing of interest. The old woman's dead. It won't budge. It won't open. I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't see as I notice what you're saying, stranger.
It won't budge. The store's been boarded up. It won't open. Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't see as I notice what you're saying, stranger.
Hello there, little lady.
Hi, sir.
Are your parents at home?
Daddy's at work, and Mummy's upstairs in the attic. She's been bad.
I see. So, what's your name, little lady?
Ramona?
Well, Ramona, could you get your mommy for me?
Nope. Mummy bites. Daddy says we've got to keep her up there for her own good.
Excuse me?
When I go near the door, she growls. I don't love Mummy like I love my daddy.
You don't say. Ramona, I really need to speak to your daddy. Do you know when he'll be home?
Soon, I think. You can wait inside if you like. Daddy won't mind. I'm drawing pictures with my crayons.
That would be great. Thanks. I should check the place over while I've got the chance. Jesus, those people are ripped apart. I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't see as I notice what you're saying, stranger.
It's not important. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Nope, nothing of interest. What are you drawing, Ramona?
Pictures of Mommy and Daddy.
A house plant. An old chest of drawers. It won't budge. Nothing of interest here. It's a recent family photo. The corner's been torn off. I can only see Thomas and Ramona Waits in the picture. An old chest of drawers. Nothing of interest. It won't budge. Nothing of interest here. Can't see anything of use. An old chest of drawers. Nothing of interest. Nope, nothing important here. It won't open. The door's bolted shut. It won't open. An old wardrobe. Nope, nothing important here. Looks like a diary. There's blood and scrape marks on the walls. Nope, nothing of interest. The scrape marks look familiar. It's not important. It won't budge. Oh, God. No.
They've taken the last thing I loved away from me.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize what was up there. What the hell was that thing?
There's no time to explain. They'll be here soon. Listen to me closely. You've been the talk of the town all day, asking after the Burnham lad. I heard he never made it to Boston, that he was caught by the order of Dagon.
Did he pocket anything from the store's safe?
Thankfully, no. It's sturdy. He'd never have wrenched it open with a crowbar. There's something in there that needs protecting from the order. You've got to get it out of Innsmouth. Take the key to the back of my store. The safe combinations in my diary, upstairs. Hurry, Jack!
What the hell's in the safe anyway?
You've gone too far this time, Wait. We're taking you in for murder. You'll swing for this.
Wait, he didn't do anything wrong.
He killed his own daughter. It don't wash them blood. There's plenty wrong with that. I'm reckoning you do well to mind your own business, stranger. In Innsmouth, we handle things by the old ways.
It won't open. It won't budge. A house plant. It won't budge. Nothing of interest. It won't budge. It won't budge. It won't budge. Nothing of interest here. It's blocked. I can't go that way.
Jack. Oh, thank God I found you. Waite's been arrested for the murder of his daughter.
I know. It's my fault, Rebecca.
What are you talking about, Jack? What's your fault?
There was something in the attic. Some kind of animal, and I let it loose. It's all my fault. The police dragged Waits off. He can't take the fall for this. He's done nothing wrong. We gotta do something.
Guilty or not, the Order will see him lynched for it. There's nothing you can do. Oh, you must have taken quite a bang in there, Jack. Your head's bleeding.
Yeah, I think I was out of it for a little while.
I see you've got some bandages. Use them on your head. It'll help you heal. You're not losing too much blood. You won't need a suture.
Thanks, Rebecca. Before they could drag him off, Tom Waits gave me the key to the variety store.
If you're going to snoop around in there, be careful. It's just off the main square. There's a back way down a flight of stairs.
He told me to protect whatever's in the safe, to get it out of town. Rebecca, I saw the oddest tramp. just by the poorhouse. He wore old shawls over his head, but jeez, the skin on his arms and hands were, I don't know, tainted in some way.
The poor wretch. It's the Innsmouth curse, and probably the latter stages of it.
This curse, plague, or whatever you call it, is it some form of leprosy?
I fear not. Lepers at least have the salvation of death upon them.
Before they could drag him off, Tom Waits gave me the key to the variety store.
If you're going to snoop around in there, be careful. It's just off the main square. There's a back way down a flight of stairs.
He told me to protect whatever's in the safe, to get it out of town.